All right. This might go on YouTube too. So what's up, guys? We're gonna do best rap albums of all time tier list right now. 128 albums are in here. I'm gonna pick like obviously it's like left or right, and try and give my reasoning for that. Okay. Is that one you've passed through? This bracket? No, I've never done this one. All right. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna check out this Rationalist MCs after the stream too. I just don't know if they're gonna get like copyrights or copyright issues or anything like that. So let's just put on this playlist. I made a new or I updated the stream playlist, so I want to check that out too. Anyway, let's go. All right, best rap album tier list or bracket. We got Wu Tang, Enter the 36 Chambers, Enter the Wu Tang 36 Chambers, or Graduation by Kanye. Man, I personally, I don't know why. As someone, I've been obsessed with rap groups forever, as long as I've known. But I've never really gotten that into Enter the Wu Tang, man. I don't know why this album never really spoke to me as much. Even though I like some tracks, obviously you have Cream and classic like hip hop from the '90s back on that album, and they're super influential in the whole rap group sphere. But man, here we're talking comparing it to Graduation, man. Graduation might be one of the only albums that people were like, this shit aged. Like it does not sound good. It sounds dated. And then it had a resurgence where now it's like fresh. It's novel. It sounds so good. Um, the one he doesn't have on CD anymore. Hey man, me and Graduation go a long way. I'm picking Graduation. Let's keep going. AT Aliens or A Piece of Strange. I don't know what this other album is. I don't know how long you can keep this album cover on screen. Obviously we're picking at AT Aliens here though. Outcast, amazing. We got Pete Rock and So the Flies Don't Come. All right, so this tier list has some more underground shit, some more lesser known stuff. I'm not familiar with who this is. Let me look this up. So the Flies Don't Come by Rap Fairy. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. This is from 2015. I've never checked this out, but I like Pete Rock, so I'm gonna side with Pete Rock on this one. We got the Black album. I'm assuming this is Jay Z's Black album or what? Like, is there multiple covers of the Black album? Yeah, this isn't the other cover of the Black album. Or Ultramagnetic MCs. Yeah, we're going Jay Z. That Diggable Planets versus Ghetto Boys, bruh. This is crazy. They're really picking some. Maybe I should um pick a more, what's it called, known one. More like I just picked one of the first ones I saw here. Hold on. This one is 68. This one is 179. But this is only 2025. Um, 282. Oh, yeah, that's the one I just did. Best rap albums from 20 to 2025, but they only have 30 of them, bro. We could do this one actually. Let's do this. Run it back. Ah, here we go. This is more like it. Loki just searched up which one had a higher score from Fantano. That's a good point, actually. That's how I should measure my own likings, right? I feel like the music's really cool. I'm gonna try and boost it up a little bit. All right. Next up, we got Mob Deep, the Infamous, Marshall Mathers, LP, Eminem. I went through a Mob Deep revisit last year when that posthumous album came out, I guess, where Havoc really like finished up a nice album with the helps of like, I know, like Jay Z put his work in there, Nas put his work in there, Clips, Pusha T, Clips were on there, but obviously Eminem Marshall Mathers LP is a classic. I'm going with that. Uh, DMX versus Ghostface Killer. Again, this is something I know people love this DMX album, but this specifically, this Ghostface album, Sour Soul, I have a very nostalgic attachment to it, and I love this album. I'm going Ghostface. Mac and Cheese 5 versus My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Tough decision here, man. I think I might have to go with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Respect to French Montana. We got The Roots, Undone, and then Slum Village. I don't remember listening to this Slum Village album, man, but I do recall listening to The Roots, so I guess I have to go with that one. De La Soul versus Warren G. Regulate. Come on. That to me is easy. And we got Future's self-titled versus America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube. Let me. Okay, we should have like album of the year up, just so I can like reference these albums quick. I'm not logged in on this one, but there we go. America's Most Wanted. Let me see the track list on this one. Get off my dick and tell yo bitch to come here. Jesus, that's a skit. I'm gonna go with Future's album here. I know it's might sound insane, but then we have Savage Mode 2 and then Bread by this is like Alchemist, right? No. Oh, it's not like autofilling. It is The Alchemist. There's an EP though. There's only a few tracks on here. Yeah. Oh yeah, E. coli's on here, which is like surprising one of Earl's biggest songs right now. Rock Marciano, What's That Gun? I mean, this is good. I remember listening to this too a couple years ago. But Savage Mode 2 has some bangers on it, man. It has actual bangers on it. Hold on, let me remind myself. That's not my choice of like Alchemist project, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Running, Glock in My Lap, Mr. Right Now. Yeah, all these songs are yeah, bangers. This might be like their best intersection, this album, for these two. 6 Feet Deep versus Paul's Boutique by Beastie Boys. This is Gravediggers. I'm not too familiar with either, so I'm just gonna stick with one of them here. There we go. The Carter 3 versus Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Revisited this Meek Mill album last year. Pretty decent still. It kind of holds up in some ways. I always like this album cover and like the symbolism between it. But we're talking about the Carter 3 here. This is a classic album. That's an easy choice for me. We got 2000 by Joey Badass and then Saba. I gotta go with Joey here, man. I'll be honest. Late Reg versus Fly God. I mean, come on. Fly God's incredible. A lot of great songs in here from Gun, but we're going Late Reg. 56 Nights by Future by the End Daytona. 56 Nights, I mean, you got March Madness on here, right? And I think, no, Coding Crazy on here. I think it's just, I believe it's just, March Madness is like the big song on here. Yeah, we're gonna go with Daytona for sure. Not Future's best work. Glockavelli versus 444. Man, this Jay resurgence, bro. I'm gonna stand on it. 444 is Jay's best album. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with that. Glockavelli, good project from Key Glock. I'm glad he had his like moment a couple years ago as well. But come on, we're going 444. Without Warning versus the new IDK album. So this is pretty recent, actually. Pretty recently updated. Shout out to IDK again. He sent me the CD for this project, so I appreciate him. But I'm going with Without Warning. This is a great tape. Pete Rock, CL Smooth, and then Common, Water for Chocolate. Come on, this is a classic. The Fall Off versus No Idols. What? See, this is tough, man. This is so tough for me because, what's it called? The Fall Off is so recent, bro. It's so recent. And No Idols has been like in rotation for like, shit, like 15 years now. So it's hard for me to pick The Fall Off over No Idols because I have a more sentimental attachment to this project, but. Obviously, Cole Cole put his whole effort into that. We got Outcast AT Aliens versus Operation Doomsday. This is a tough pick, man. I'm very biased towards Outcast, as you'll see in this this bracket, but shout out to Doom. This is a great project, very underrated. W pick, but give the follow-up some time. It's gonna be another Cole classic. Yeah. I think for sure, like rapping wise and writing wise, it's his best project. It's just a little too long, obviously, because it's 2 discs, and some tracks that I feel like weren't fully needed to be there, especially on disc 2. But overall, it has like the build of his best project, in my opinion, or at least it's gonna grow into that. Yeah, we're going Outcast. We got JPEG versus Nas here. I'm not actually crazy about either of these projects, I'll be completely honest with you. I remember this Nas project is the one that's produced by Ye. Came out during that 2018 era after like Kids See Ghost and Daytona and stuff. But this Peggy album, man, has a lot to offer, and compared to his most recent, it's definitely still good. Yeah, I think I'll go with JPEG here. We got Dr. Dre's Chronic versus Souls of Mischief. 93 till Infinity. I know Dr. Dre, yeah. I mean that's an easy choice here. I saw a tweet recently about this album that's like it's the title track that's like why this album is so appreciated, whereas the Chronic is just the Chronic, and this is like essentially a concept West Coast album back in 92 or whatever. So that's gas. And there's another one, Doggy Style Ice Cube. What? This is tough, man. Yeah, this is tough, bro. This is like both of these people's best albums, man. Hold on, let me just be right back. I just gotta get some water. I realize I'm like already yapping, but I'm gonna be thirsty if I'm gonna keep doing that. All right, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. I ain't fucking with the drama. All right, yeah. I think I'm going Ice Cube here. And it might just be the weight of Today Was a Good Day. The weight of that song is heavier than anything on Doggy Style, even though you got whatever Gin and Juice, you got classic West Coast tracks here, but I'm going with Cube, man. Another Snoop album. My mom had the original 1993. That's cool. That's a cool pickup, man. Gotta see if she still has that. You got Missionary versus Run DMC. Not crazy about either of these projects. I mean, Run DMC, very instrumental to the development of hip hop, but never really cared about their music, just like listening to it. At least album wise. And then the Snoop Dogg Dre collab album, this should have been better than it was, man. I think they fucked up by putting a condom as the profile or as the album cover, but I'm still gonna pick it because I'm more familiar with it. Wow, what a matchup. Hydrogen Bomb versus Atomic Baby. No, Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Air Jet, it's go time, it's double. Based on a true story. It's the new Will Smith album that everyone loved a lot, obviously. And then a classic by Kanye. Oh, come on. This is not a fair matchup, man. We're in Good Kid, Mad City. Shout out to 21. But this project was kind of forgettable in general, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going Good Kid, Mad City. We got Common, Finding Forever, and 50 Cent's The Massacre. I don't remember much from this Common album. Hold on. This was still when Ye was producing stuff for Common. Start the show. I wish they had like snippets of the songs on the bracket. And then 50 Cent's The Massacre had. Yeah, why is Common looking at me like that, bro? I always hated this album cover. It looked like one of those like notepads that like, you would buy for school or something like that. The Massacre. I mean, this shit had Candy Shop on it. And only Candy Shop. And just a little bit. Hold on. All right, bet. I'm picking 50 on this one. Strem Life 2 versus Bad News. Who's this by? I don't recognize that one. Oh, it's by Blue. Okay. I'm sure this is lyrically much better, but I'm going with Strength for Life 2, bro. Graduation versus King Push, Darkest Before Dawn. I mean, obviously, Graduation is the better album here, but I love this Push album. I love how dark this album was. It kind of like gave, yeah, it is underrated. It gave him a different edge than My Name Is My Name. Yeah, I like that album. Lethal Injection by Ice Cube versus The Life of Pablo. You gotta go Pablo here, bro. This is like still to me top 2, sometimes top 1 Kanye project. Love this album to death, bro. Going T-Lot. Carter 4 versus Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory. Oh, man. This is one of those issues where obviously the Low End Theory is the better album. But specifically Carter 4 is so nostalgic to me personally, and I listen to it more. I might have to pick it, which sounds wild. It might be even disrespectful, but I'm going with Carter 4, man. That album was like my childhood, basically. The music from this album. Shout out to Tribe, though, man. This is an unfortunate matchup. This is like a rare instance where they would get picked over them. I wouldn't pick them over someone else. Best Wayne album? Probably, yeah. Carter 4 or 3 for sure. Both are ass. Oh, 808s versus Jack Boys 2? I think people would assume, because of my videos, that I would pick 808s here. Or I wouldn't pick 808s because, you know. But I could even tell you that 808s is better than fucking Jack Boys 2, bro. It takes a nation of whatever Public Enemy versus a Jack Harlow album. I mean, if we're being honest, I've definitely listened to this Jack Harlow album more times based on recency. But the Public Enemy album is great, man. Ooh, Lupe versus Wu-Tang. I wasn't crazy about this Lupe album, man. I might go with the Wu. There was like 1 or 2 tracks I really liked on this album, but thank you, Ven. Appreciate you. Thank you for signing in with your Twitch account. Rare Twitch stream just to get some hours into the system. Wu-Tang, but the Loop album's really good. I have to revisit Drill Music in Zion, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Wu here. Talib Kweli and Madlib versus Pop Smoke. I've never listened to this Talib album, so I immediately have to go with Pop Smoke here. But this album is pretty good, man. This Pop Smoke album, they did a decent job with this one for the posthumous thing. My middle school teacher put me on to The Coldest Winter from 808s and Heartbreak. It's one of the best Kanye songs he did. Bro, W middle school teacher, man. If I was a teacher, I'd be doing that shit. Carter 6 versus 1999. Come on, man. This is a disgusting matchup, bro. Before the Money versus Dax? Really? Come on, man. I still think this is Joey's best album, man. People say I'm just like nostalgic for it, but I really love how consistently dusty and crusty in like a good way this album sounds. It sounds so like heavy, he sounds hungry on it. Man, I love this album. I got the CD last year for it too. We got Gangstar versus Eminem. I'm not crazy about this Eminem album, but I've never listened to this Gangstar album. So the Blueprint 2 versus Revenge of the Dreamers 2. This shit has what song is on here that I really like? Poppin' Tags. That's the one. Yeah, I got O3 Bonnie and Clyde, and you got Poppin' Tags on here. Yeah, we're going J. We're going J. Get Rich or Die Trying versus Oxymoron. I mean, you would not have Oxymoron without Get Rich or Die Trying. This is like, Oxymoron is like the early 2010s version of, or mid 2010s version of Get Rich or Die Trying. But I'm going Oxy, bro. That's my fucking Schoolboy Q, bro. Absolutely. Who is this by? Miles. They're going up against Cardi, so that's tough. I don't know which album this is, man. I guess I'm going Cardi on this one. Maybe I can like reverse image search this. Oh, I just picked it. Fuck. Well, it is what it is. I re-listened to iMusic and I was actually fucking with a lot more of the tracks than I did on the release. I know I just accidentally... Oh, wait, can I go back? Or is this back to like... I'm worried this is just gonna fuck my whole thing up, so I'm not even gonna touch it. Yeah, that album by Cardi is... There's a lot of decent stuff on there that I haven't checked out in a while, but revisiting it's not that bad. I mean, it's bangers. Light Years, this is the recent premiere in Nas album that wasn't that crazy, and then another classic album by Eminem. The Blueprint 3 versus Encore. Both of these artists not in their primes for sure. A huge downswing in quality for Eminem, and then Jay-Z doing a lot of shit that didn't work, in my opinion, on the Blueprint 3. But I think I still like some of the songs on here. I mean, you have Run This Town, you have Empire State of Mind, you have that song with A Star Is Born with J. Cole. Yeah, you got some good stuff. You got Death of Autotune on there, too. Yeah, we're going to go with Blueprint 3. Don't Tap the Glass versus Mr. Wonderful. Damn. Don't Tap the Glasses was like the most fun album to listen to for like 2 weeks. And then I never went back to it. Whereas Mr. Wonderful, man, you got Terry on there. Terry is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. You got Baby Blue. You got Acting Crazy. I might be going with Bronson here, man. I really like this Bronson album. We got Saba and Baby Keem. Well, yeah, I'm not wild on both of these albums, but I'm probably gonna side with Keem on this one for sure. I know I'm like I'm a little more judgmental of this Keem album than most people are, but I listened to Don't Tap the Glass when it first came out, didn't like it, but then re-listening to it made me want to dance. Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I got from it. For me, it came out like a couple of days before I saw Tyler live, so I was really like curious if he was gonna perform any of the songs live, and he didn't at our show. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Keem on these two. The Plugs I Met versus Lil Sims. I really like that Benny album, man. or mixtape, whatever it is. I think it's an album. And then we got Melt My Eyes versus Soul Soul separately. Ooh, these are such good albums. Both of these, bro. Bruh. These came out the same year, too. Oh, no. Yeah, they're so good, man. I might have to go with Freddie here. I find myself listening to the Freddie album way more than this one. Even though the Denzel album has so many great songs. What's up, No Trace? Thanks for coming along. If it's your first time on Twitch, guys, make sure to hit the follow. Trying to get those hours up and whatnot. Oh, hey, I forgot I have an alert too. Wait, hold on. Where is it? There it is. What's the buzz, No Trace? I forgot I had those alerts on. Walking, obviously an amazing song. The intro to the Denzel album, very, very personal, very difficult. You had Troubles with T-Pain. Yeah, I mean it's a good album, man. But I find myself listening to Freddie Gibbs more. Yeah, I feel like this album is underappreciated for Freddie. A lot of personal tracks on it. Dark Hearted. Whew. Yeah. Sorry, Denzel. Tough matchup. Donuts versus Alfredo. Again, man. Donuts, I mean, great instrumental album, but Alfredo is one of my favorites ever, dude. It's tough. That's a tough matchup again. Then we have Culture versus Sylvia Demo, man. You guys know if you watch the videos, I'm absolutely obsessed with Migos, and especially Culture is like one of my favorite albums ever. I still don't have it on CD. I have to get it somehow, but yeah. Shout out to Isaiah. I mean, Sylvia Demo, it might be like his second best project, but for sure. Yeah, Donuts is great too. I mean, obviously a classic. It's so influential. But yeah, we're going Culture here. LP versus KOD. Again, if you're not like an obsessed, like you're not a huge fan of Peggy. Like obviously, if you're a huge fan of Peggy, his albums are like your favorite albums ever. But I really like this Cole album. Even though it's a little preachy, it's a little like lame at times, but I think he put a lot of passion into a lot of the tracks here. And I like how kind of like short and sweet it is. What do you guys think? Leaning towards Cole. That's what I'm saying. I agree. I'd go KOD. Just has so many bangers. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a good album. Bandana by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, and then Watch the Throne. Sure, bro. What's your YouTube channel? We can take a little detour. Is it the same as your username? Yep, that checks out. Let's see. Is this you with the 450 subscribers? Hold on. Yes. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me just click on this.
I fed it everything. And it stayed hungry.
We're just gonna continue with the bracket, if you don't mind. So, Bandana versus Watch the Throne. So, Bandana, is still great, but it did not live up to the Pinata level, in my opinion. And I mean, that's obviously when you make that level of an album, there's no fucking way you could ever reach that. Whereas Watch the Throne is crazy that Jay-Z and Kanye even have an album together. That there was a time where this could be produced. So I'm still gonna go with Watch the Throne. I like this, like Otis, bro, Otis and shit like yeah, Ben. I didn't want to say it, but it was very obvious. You got Otis on there. You got obviously Paris. You got like what's it called? What song is that? Am I stupid? Ooh, yeah, but Palmolive and Education. You gotta think about these, of course, man. It's great. That was like literally like 0.1 of a difference in terms of those albums. Yeah, Lift Off, Otis, Gotta Have It, Murder to Excellence, bro. And then there's like the deluxe version of this album was crazy, right? Let me remind myself. Yeah, you had fucking Ham, Prime Time. I made a video on it, bro. These videos get lost because they're so fucking like there's so many shorts and stuff. But the fact that like look how many producers were on here, and like all-time producers. You got obviously Ye producing, Mike Dean, Pharrell, got Q-Tip was on here, the RZA, the Neptunes, No ID, Lex Luger. They got everyone. Pete Rock, man. Hit Boy was on here. Swizz Beatz. Insane level of producers. Anyway, I didn't even notice there was a Lil Mama versus LP on here. We're not even gonna be discussing that. Blue in Exile versus Mobb Deep. I don't know about this Mobb Deep album. Murder Music. This one's nice. I like this Blue album. Common when he was Common Sense versus Mac Miller, dude. Fuck. I mean, oh Jesus Christ! I just fucking like my webcam went like this when that happened. Damn, bro, we're going swimming. Swimming's one of the most important mental health oriented albums ever, bro. Crazy. Oh my god, I just got caught, bro. These are two albums I never listened to, but that people tell me to listen to. I'm gonna let you guys pick on this one. I've heard great things about this Injury Reserve album. That's what I'm saying. Two-part. That's what I'm saying. We got Boldy James and we got Injury Reserve. I feel like myself, I would. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. We can just pass through this one. I find myself just assuming based on these projects that I would appreciate Boldy's album more. Now, Hermes 8 versus Kamikaze. I thought this was fun, man. Kamikaze, Eminem's album, it was fun when it dropped. It was like, oh shit, he's being like he's being equally serious, but he's not making this like melodramatic music. He's just kind of going like rapping. But this Gun album's great too. I'm gonna go with that. Goldfish versus Heroes and Villains. This is Hit Boy and Alchemist. I really like this album cover, but nothing stand out about the project. But it did have Nice Guy. True. I think that kills all of its potential. And that Venom song. Venom! Yeah, we're gonna go with Metro Boomin here. Who is A Piece of Strange by? A Piece? Cunning Linguist. Yeah. I've heard of this. Okay, this might be something I have to check out, but I've never listened to it, so we're gonna go with the NWA. German Guy Wears Hermes was so cool. I agree. That's a nice way to say it. Forever is a mighty long time. Probably Big Crit's best project versus An absolute all-time classic, which is Chief Keef, Finally Rich. I made that video, actually. I did make that video about how influential it was, how serious it was for trap to like be not just mainstream, but like normalized, and also like accepted. The elements of trap were accepted into other genres. Chief Keef did that shit, man. Like, you know how cutting edge you have to be to like get picked up by Ye immediately and just be like, yes, everyone listen to this shit. And his song basically got untouched by Kanye. It just got repurposed for a compilation project. Gas. Shout out to Crit though. Got the Ka album versus T-Pab. I mean, I've heard a lot of people recommend this Ka album, how great it is. Rest in peace to Ka. But I mean, we got T-Pab here. We got T-Pab. It's a little bit of a difficult mix-up here. Two 2024 albums here. Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady and Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Obviously, it's no secret this was my best favorite album of 2024. The Eminem album, I mean, had some highlights. It was a nice, like, slight return to form or quality when it comes to Eminem in the 2020s. But we're going Blue Lips, man. Come on. Jay-Z's In My Lifetime versus Mad Villain. That's the thing with these early Jay-Z albums. I never remember what songs were on them. Imaginary Players, obviously, that's a classic. Where I'm From. Yeah, obviously we're gonna pick Mad Villain here. It's not even low key, Jo. It's high key. This is like one of the greatest ever. That's the thing with Jay-Z, man. He has so many albums that were like well respected back in the day, but they're just like not that tippity toppity classic level, other than like the Blueprint, like the first Blueprint, and maybe Reasonable Doubt. Speak of the devil. I don't know why I knew that was gonna happen. I had a feeling it was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. J. Cole's weird the fall off mixtape that was like you have to pay to listen to for some reason. That was kind of fucking stupid. But some cool tracks on there. Nothing really like stood out. But yeah, we're going Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z for me has always been on the fence of being like this iconic rapper in the genre. I mean, he is in terms of like the influence on the genre, but his music, is it as ubiquitous as someone like a Kanye or an Eminem or like even like nowadays like a Drake or a Cole? No, but it was like his presence in hip hop was bigger than the actual music, I think. You got Relapse versus Food. Relapse had some good tracks on it for sure, don't get me wrong, but Food is my favorite Doom album. So Don't Be Dumb versus Scaring the Hoes. I never like Scaring the Hoes has a nice start to that album. I feel like I just don't really care for it the longer it goes on. And Don't Be Dumb is like a charcuterie board, bro. There's like all kinds of different sounds. You want a hype track, you got your helicopter, you got your no trespassing. You want something vibe, you got like what's that song called? Some here for life. What the fuck is that song called? I'm stupid. Both are good, but Scaring the Hoes speak. Stay Here for Life. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you want vibes, you got Stay Here for Life. You have like the outro track, the end. You have the Whiskey song. Come on, bro. I'm picking Don't Be Dumb, bro. I really like this album. Because the Internet versus the Auditorium. This was good. I remember listening to this a couple times when the Grammys were announced and this was nominated. But Gambino, bro, this album was solid, man. It had a nice little storyline to it, which is like, if you care about it, that's cool. If you don't, you don't. But some memorable tracks. I mean, The Worst Guys, Sweatpants, 2005. Yeah. Remember when Because the Internet came out, it was a whole dang screenplay and everything. Yeah, I remember actually like laying down in bed and reading the whole thing once, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this about? This is so like unnecessary. But A lot of people that defend that project are like, you have to read the screenplay to get it. It's like, no, man, you should just listen to the music. Like, 2001, The Chronic, or Recovery. I mean, you gotta go Drake here. This was like when I was a kid, bro. This album was like, I thought I discovered like treasure when I found this album. I was like, because I just kept listening to the album. It was pretty long for the time, and every song was fucking fire. Recovery, I think Recovery is slightly overhated, but it's kind of dated. Is it crazy to say that because the internet is a classic? It's probably a classic to like to a certain niche of people that like grew up on the internet mid 2010s. I guess I would be one of those people. And if you really like resonated with it, but in terms of like general hip hop, nah. Explosive, bro. Just one song better than everything on Recovery, basically. Yeah. Explosive. West Coast. Reminder: if anyone's watching and isn't following, I'm gonna fucking crawl into your window and make you listen to Lil Xan's album. Anyway, we're gonna pick Dre here. There we go. Okay, this sounds like it's the next round here. We made it to the next round. Oh shit. Thank you, Two-Part, for following. We got Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP versus Jay-Z's 444. Yeah, I mean, to me, to this day, it's my favorite Jay album. I love the palette of this album. I love how Jay is coming off so, like, it's a guy that's clearly come to terms with his own demons and kind of just like, thank you, Joe. Thank you for the follow. It's kind of like coming to terms with who you really are and not being like kind of like reverting back to it, almost just embracing it and like making the best out of it. But that's also kind of what the Marshall Mathers LP is about. They're both very personal, touching albums. I think you got to go Eminem here if you kind of grew up with this. I remember like my mom liked songs off this album. It's much more personal to me in terms of growing up with it. But Jay's album's great. These are like very close to me in my mind. Blueprint 3 by Jay. One sec, guys. What is it? We got Blueprint 3 versus LP's Fantastic Damage. I like some tracks off the LP album. I haven't really delved into it as heavily as I should. But he was a blueprint for a lot of things too in the 90s, especially for like rapper producers being both. But I guess the Jay album wins. A lot of Jay-Z albums in this bracket. Late Registration versus Food. Oh shit. I forgot the fact that this is gonna get much harder as it goes on. It is really hard. Yeah, I mean, Late Reg is definitely the one I've had more years with listening to. Obviously, heard him say Touch the Sky, Roses, Hey Mama. Yeah, I think I'm gonna overall go towards the Ye Accessibility. Roses for sure. But Food also, you got your Rap Snitch Knishes, you got your just like that whole track list, how it flows together is really well. Deep Fried Friends. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Late Reg, man. Diamonds from Sierra Leone, yeah. Okay, Boldy James matched up against Pop Smoke here. Like I said, I never listened to this Boldy James album. I just had to pick one. Pop Smoke gets through to the next round. Reasonable Doubt versus Benny the Butcher. Hold on. Let me remind myself. I think just the fact that this album has Dead Presidents is like kind of wins, and especially because Reasonable Doubt is like, I guess, no pun intended, the blueprint for Benny the Butcher style rap. What the fuck? This is Benny's best project too, I think. But it's like it's pretty short. That's what I was gonna say. All right, yeah, let's go with Reasonable Doubt. Heroes and Villains versus Mad Villainy. This is not one of those not a competition type of things again. I like the Metro album. It's fun to listen to. Very well sequenced. But you gotta go Doom here, man. Mad Villain is crazy. Sour Soul versus Don't Be Dumb. Oh, this is another tough one, man. Yeah, these recent albums on this list are kind of throwing me for a loop. It is Ogden, bro. That's my guy. Don't Be Dumb versus Sour Soul. Sour Soul has that really nice track with Danny Brown. I mean, shout out to Bad Bad Not Good. That project is really well produced. You gotta check out Sour Soul. It's nice, casual, cool listen. I think it's the best Ghostface has ever sounded. So I'm probably gonna side with Rocky here. I just like the diversity on this project and how different it sounds compared to like a lot of things that are out right now. It's cool. German Man wears designer brands versus Graduation. I mean, shout out to Gun, but tough matchup here, man. Graduation is an all-time album. Because the Internet versus Culture, like we said earlier, there's a lot of flaws with Because the Internet. Great for its time, but Culture is an all-time classic in my opinion. Also, I'm very biased because I'm obsessed with Migos. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. Yo, anything that gets matched up with like Kendrick or Kanye in this shit it's not easy, man. This Common album's great, but you gotta go T-Pap, bro. T-Pap is such a complete experience in every which way. It's entertaining, it's emotional, it's educational, it's important, it's culturally impactful. Ugh. Crazy, bro. How one man, well, I know he has producers and whatnot, but one man comes up with a concept that heavy and powerful is beyond me. Blueprint 2, yeah, the two good songs on the Blueprint 2 do not stack up against a literal all-time album, which is ATLiens. It is underrated from Common. Also, no Damn here, I guess, because I only picked half of them to be here, so that's not good. Because there's a lot of albums that didn't appear on this list, but it is what it is. We're gonna do it based on what they got here. And during the BLM movement in 2015 too. I mean, that album, yeah, there's movements and stuff, but that's like an all-time kind of like relevant album to this day, man. Like, just forever. Oxymoron versus The Massacre. Again, very influential. Schoolboy Q's very influenced by 50, but I love Oxymoron. It's like one of my personal favorites. Wu-Tang versus Blue in Exile. I think I started the stream off saying how much I don't really listen to Wu-Tang, but every album they've been matched up with has been slightly less good than this one. All that and motherfuckers will still downplay T-Pap. I mean, once you become so... Oh, sorry, I just realized I've been like playing with my bottle right next to the mic this whole time. When you're that great, of course you're gonna have people like doubting you and dismissing what you got going on. It's just crazy, bro. But the thing is, like, out of all albums you could overrate, I don't think T-Pap is one of them, bro. Damn is still my favorite Kendrick project, low-key. That's completely valid, man. The thing is, like, realistically, in terms of what you're looking for, T-Pap, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn are completely interchangeable, man. Damn is Kendrick's most accessible album. It's the most digestible. It's still, like, topic-wise personal and like working out the kinks and like the whole building blocks of life concept and the deadly sins concept. There's a lot to it, but it's he kind of perfected forming that into like digestible songs. And then obviously Good Kid, Mad City is essentially a movie in album form. And T-Pab, I mean, T-Pab is T-Pab. But anyway, for this one, I'm going to go with The Woo. The Woo. Joey Badass versus Soul Soul separately. 1999, great mixtape from Joey. I don't think it's his best project. If this was before the money, we'd have a conversation here. I think Freddie Gibbs pretty handily takes this one, in my opinion. So, yeah. Fear is so good, bro. Fear. And, yo, that song, dude. Kendrick, bro. He's different, man. Anyway, we're going Freddie Gibbs. Oh, yeah, this is the dude's the one against Cardi. XXX, man. I remember, bro, these songs when that album dropped, that was like life-changing music when Damn dropped. It was crazy. Yeah, we're going Kanye here. I don't even know what the hell this is. No disrespect. Before the Money versus the Chronic. Ooh, this might be a little bit of a spicy hot take. The highlights overshadow the lowlights on Damn, but there's still lowlights like Loyalty and God. I mean, Loyalty, yeah, I never really liked that chorus. I thought it was kind of like sappy. And then God, this fuck God for like, yeah, not a great song either. But I think there's way more highlights. Like like Fear, it was worth like 10 bad songs. Like you can have 10 bad songs if you have Fear on your album. You know what I mean? My hot take here, man. I'm going with God is like a 6 or a 7, no pun, bro. The Chronic, obviously instrumental, classic, important. But again, we're talking about my taste here, not just like what out here is the best considered album. I know most 90% of people would pick Chronic here, but I'm going with Joey, man. That album means a lot to me. Yo, Ray Shremmer made it this far. That's crazy, bro. Against My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Shout out to Ray Shremmer. This album's really fun. Their first 3 projects are all great in my opinion. Even though they had less and less chemistry on each project after this, but this one was super fun. Hot take, Before the Money's kind of better than the Chronic, but if you're looking for the West Coast swag, the Chronic would be good. Exactly, yeah. It's, again, this is depending on what you have preferences for. But I think if you're a real hip-hop fan, you should, like, be open to anything. But it is, I guess, in the summertime, say you're at, like, a barbecue, are you putting on songs from the Chronic or Before the Money? But if you're, like, waiting for the bus somewhere in the winter, then you're listening to Joey over Dre, in my opinion. That's just, I don't like how it is. Anyway, like I said, shout out to Ray Shremmer, but yeah, we're gonna go with Kanye on this one. Ya is overhated. There's nothing special, but not bad at all. Ya is a great like interlude type of track. Without Warning, bro, that's the aura Kendrick has. Damn wasn't even on this bracket, yet the chat's just talking about Damn. Without Warning versus Future self-titled. I mean, this is nowhere near Future's best project, but you could argue this is 21's and Metro's, and I guess Offset's just by association. Even though they got it wrong here, it says Quavo. Quavo's just featured on it, but yeah, we're gonna go Without Warning. Great album, mixtape. T-Lop versus The Fall Off. Okay. Who put more work into whose album? Did Cole put more work into The Fall Off than Kanye did in T-Lop? Absolutely. Is Cole rapping better than Ye on The Fall Off? Absolutely. Is the concept of The Fall Off more sound than the concept on T-Lop? Absolutely. But whose songs are better? It's Kanye, and it's really not even that close, in my opinion. Bro, Father Stretch My Hands? Come on. You have FML. You have Real Friends. You have 30 Hours. You have Part 2. You have Famous. You have Freestyle 4. I'm sorry, Cole, bro. I don't know, man. This dude always loses in these conversations for me because he's amazing. J. Cole is incredible. There's literally moments I was in Thailand when the Fall Off came out, and I was on the plane listening to these songs, and literally I could like my jaw would drop a bunch of times at what Cole was saying and how he was saying it. No More Parties in LA, St. Paul. Bro, come on. This shit's like a damn near perfect album, bro. We're going Pablo. NWA versus the Roots. I'm going with Straight Outta Compton on this one, man. This one's so punchy and different and changed a lot of shit. JPEG Mafia versus Good Kid, Mad City. J. Cole needs to be in the Big Three talk again. Nah, man. I think J. Cole's chilling, bro. J. Cole's chilling wherever he fell from that conversation. If there's a Big Ten and he's in it, he's chilling. He's operates better when he's underestimated. I'm gonna say that. Than overestimated. I mean, Good Kid, Mad City sweeps. Dude, you're telling me. Of course it does. Or The Recipe. Yeah, I mean, Good Kid, Mad City is a fucking movie, bro. It's a project top to bottom, not a skip on it, except maybe Real. Whereas Lay Down My Life for You is fun, but interesting. Not a classic. Nowhere near it. Unfair to have Kendrick albums on this. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because we all know who it's gonna end up being the top two. You know what I mean? Gravediggers versus Finally Rich, bro. I'm going with my boy Chief Keef, man. That shit's classic. Warren G versus Dr. Dre. I mean, these are two sides of the same coin. It's kind of interesting comparison, actually, but yeah, we're gonna go with Dr. Dre. Carter 4 versus 2000. Well, I didn't pick Lil Wayne just for him to lose to a pretty okay Joey Badass album, man. I'm going with Wayne. 808s in Heartbreak versus J. Cole's KOD. Hey, man, I understand the importance of 808s. It'll always be like the influence of it cannot be underestimated, but we're talking about the music on it, and we're talking about my experience with the music on it. Have I, in the last year, went to 808, searched it up on a streaming platform, and listened to music on it? Absolutely not. I don't think about this album outside of when I hear Heartless on the radio or elsewhere. I don't ever think about it. I don't hate it. I just don't think it's that great. I don't think it's that interesting or that important for me to go back to listen to. I don't resonate with it enough. And people are like, oh, you've never been in a heartbreak. Bro, what the fuck do you mean? I've had my shit torn to shreds. I just don't really resonate with a Kanye fucking sounding like a goddamn Samsung smart fridge over like some mid instrumentals at that time. So even though I don't even think this J. Cole album's that great, but is it because Cuzzy's on 808s? No, I don't even have that issue with Cuddy, man. I don't really care for his stuff. But the thing is, the same year 808s dropped, Kid Cudi dropped A Kid Named Cudi, like his debut mixtape, which I think is great. I just don't really like Man on the Moon. Yeah, we're going KOD. Public Enemy versus Baby Keem. Again, this is going to be one of those situations where it's maybe recency bias, maybe just like what I personally listen to. And if this video ever makes it to YouTube and stuff, people are going to be like, oh my God, egads, he just picked Baby Keem over Public Enemy. Unless you're like Fantano age and up, you're probably listening to Baby Keem more than you listen to Public Enemy. And this is not me saying Fantano's old. I just know he specifically knows, he loves this album. This Public Enemy album is a classic to him. To me, I recognize its importance, its greatness, Shout out to Flavor Flav. But I'm going with Baby Keem, bro. You gave Man on the Moon 20 out of 100 or something like that. Yo, I can't believe how long this take has been haunting me, bro. There's not been a day where someone's not said something about that. And people think I just did it for rage bait. Dude, I never even made a "Is it the best one" video on Man on the Moon, I'm pretty sure. So how is that rage bait? If I didn't make my most popular formatted video about that album, bro. I'm just giving my opinions. Hot take: Keem's new album is better than Melodic Blue. I agree. Casino for sure better. We're going with Action Bronson here. Again, a lot of great tracks on here, even though it's not amazing, and I hate this album cover. It's better than this fucking thing, which was such a disappointment, unfortunately. Blue Lips versus the Carter 3. Whoa. I don't like that. I don't like that they're making me pick between these two. Because Blue Lips is fantastic, but Carter 3 is classic level. Like, one of the things that got me into hip-hop. Let me see. I'm assuming I have one of the more... Yeah, there it is. Nothing groundbreaking here to say here that I haven't said it. Bro, I wrote this shit in Thailand at like 2 a.m. I was geeked. I haven't said in 4 or 5 videos I made referencing this song, but this is easily a classic, and Lil Wayne did nothing here other than be his full authentic self, no matter how raunchy and provocative. Album definitely changed how rap is viewed in the mainstream. Real. Did Blue Lips do any of that? No. But it helped me through a lot of shit. But it's not better than the Carter 3, man. Yeah, Let the Beat Build, bro. And Mrs. Officer, and you had Dr. Carter, and that's what it's called, right? And you had 3-Pete on there. Hey, Mr. Carter, tell me how you been. Alfredo versus the Eminem Show. As a former M stan, Alfredo. I don't think that's a hot take, man. Alfredo is so good. I saw Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist live last fall. Amazing. Both Alfredo 2 are impeccable, bro. 2 of the best albums in the 2020s. Eminem Show. You got White America on there. You got what else is on the Eminem Show? Babies and Fools, bro. You got White America, Business. Let's get down to business. No. What is it's a great track, okay? Clean out my closet, all right? And then after that, I'm just like, what are we talking about? Sing for the Moment. It's all right, man. We're going Alfredo. Scotty Beam, bro. There was a tweet that was like, that first listen to Scotty Beam in mid-quarantine hit like crack. Daytona versus Swimming. I hate how they're making me pick between these two. But I'm not that mad at it. I love Daytona, but it's not my favorite Pusha T album. Actually, my favorite Pusha T album wasn't even on this list. I love It's Almost Dry, personally. But it's a crazy matchup here. Again, the importance of Swimming and the sadness and the depth of that album and how retrospectively like insane it was to revisit after Mac's death. It's one of those like true art moments. Guy just giving all of his thoughts and emotions out on an album, and then also making it musically sound and very catchy. And there's fun moments in this album. There's tragic moments. There's like ethereal moments. Again, great stuff with Pusha T. This is a great digestible album too. He killed that shit. But we're going Swimming. If Daytona was as long as Swimming, we could have a serious convo. But yeah, I think the appeal of Daytona is how brief and like packed it is. Like, we got Watch the Throne versus the Slim Shady LP. Yeah, I mean, Slim Shady LP was like one of those childhood albums that I was like obsessed with probably as a kid, but Watch the Throne probably aged better. Let me remind myself of the track list. I swear this used to have like an 80 on album of the year. That's crazy. Guilty Conscience, great. My name is like, again, one of the things that got me into rap, so that weighs a lot of that's worth a lot of points. A Role Model. Come on. Just Don't Give a Fuck, great song. Role Model has to be one of my favorite songs on the album. Yeah, I mean, it's a great project, man. But Watch the Throne, man. Otis, that song specifically, I always think about that song. It's like one of my favorite rap songs ever. But so is some of the stuff on this. This is a tough one, man. I might have to have you guys pick it. All right, everyone that's in chat, say one sentence on why you'd pick either one. Just try and like weigh my opinion, because I'm really on the fence here. Because I'm thinking, man, like, definitely listen to Watch the Throne more in my life, or recently, compared to Slim Shady, but this one did a lot to get me into rap, man. Production energy on Watch the Throne. Yeah, for sure. The diversity in the production is crazy. Yeah, and Jay sounding like superheroes, basically. Or I guess supervillains. I think that's more accurate. But then Eminem's was a crazy villain on Slim Shady LP too. Like the bravery you needed to like make that kind of a concept album so young into your rap career, and then it pops off. Not just pops off, it becomes a global sensation. Watch the Throne is probably one of the best collaboration albums that Jay-Z and Kanye made. The production is everything and the energy is immaculate. It's low-key more fun. Alright, bet. We're going to Watch the Throne. Ice Cube versus Savage Mode 2. Yeah, we got to look up the track list on the Predator here. Vagabond. It was a good day. That's all. Honestly, one song on this album that I really love. The rest I'm like here and there with. Yeah. Yeah, this might be crazy. Like, people think, bro, this is why I'm like the middleman between the unks and the young people, bro. I'm right at the middle, because I'll have an unk take, but then I'll have a very dumb young take, which is picking Savage Mode 2 here. Oh, bruh, this is a tough matchup. Again, Chief Keef, classic. Hate Being Sober, Love Sosa. What else is on here? 300. I think 300's on here. Yeah, that early Chief Keef, insane. But ATLien's Outkast, man. I'm going Outkast. Bro's Yunk, there you go. Swimming versus Reasonable Doubt. Yo, I'm going with Mac Miller here, bro. I'm realizing, thinking back on this album, how deep and like profound it is for what it is, man. And like, it might be one of the few projects in hip hop, especially recently, where like someone's passing like amplifies the project that came before. It's sad, but it is what it is. I mean, it's Jay-Z. Come on. I mean, yeah, in terms of rapping, but again, it's my personal pick. Like, if I was met with these two, which one would I go for first? Like, obviously, I can recognize Jay-Z's albums, everything, bro, but I'm going Mac on this one, man. This is gonna be. I might can't post this video anywhere. T-Pat versus 2001. I mean, again, tough matchup here because these are both fucking West Coast classics. You gotta go T-Pat. You gotta. At some point, there's gonna be two Kendrick albums in. Would you say Blueprint has the best work? In my opinion, yeah, I like the Blueprint the most. Blueprint also 444, bro. 444. Like I said earlier, might be my favorite J album. 36 Chambers versus Culture. Guys, I need you to turn around when I do this. Blueprint 3 versus Carter 4. So this should have been Blueprint 3 versus Carter 3. Again, personally, dude, I go with the fucking Carter 4, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Jay. Like, there's some things about either, like, my personal moments I've had with albums that just edge out shit. I love the Carter 4, man. It's so good. Mega Man, dude, on that song, you got Mega Man, you got the intro, interlude, outro thing with all the different rappers. Reflections this year. Ugh, bruh. I'm sorry, dude. Blueprint 3 is great, but not as good as the Carter 4. Mr. Wonderful versus Watch the Throne. Again, Watch the Throne keeps popping up here. I mean, if this won over the Slim Shady LP, it simply has to win over Action Bronson. She will, dude. KOD versus My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Not fair for J. Cole, but hey, specifically KOD like edged out a couple albums that it shouldn't have, but probably. But it's not gonna win over My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, man. Cool. Late Reg versus Mad Villainy. Yeah, but like one bad track doesn't ruin the whole album, in my opinion. This is the toughest one yet. Because Late Reg is obviously, like, these are both classics, and they actually came out the same year, which I'm pretty sure, which is pretty insane to think about. No, never mind. Late Reg was 2006. The College Dropout was 2004. Late Reg has some songs better than some songs than Mad Villainy. Nah, Mahmoud. No. I mean, you could agree with that, but I don't think so. It doesn't beat like Runaway or Devil in a New Dress and all that shit. How long you gonna be live for? Maybe another 20, 30. It's almost 4 p.m. here. I gotta have some dinner plans. Me personally, I'm going with Late Reg here. I think that highs on Late Registration just edge out the highs on Mad Villainy the most, but it's a close one. Late Reg is an easier listen. That too, yeah. Okay, well, Don't Be Dumb versus 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. I just noticed that 21's like throwing dice. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I like both of these projects. Neither of these are gonna end up at the top of this list, obviously. So I'm just gonna go with Don't Be Dumb for what it's worth. Joey Badass for sure. Shout out to Pop. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Again, they did a pretty good job with just constructing a mid-COVID posthumous album that was pretty sound for all things considered, man. I'm sorry, Wicked, man. I went with Rocky on that one. They're pretty close though. They're both good for their own like categories that they're in. Yeah, I'm going Before the Money. This is gonna be an interesting top like 10 list here because they didn't pick there's no Illmatic in here. There's no like there's not a lot of like classic shit that like you would assume there would be on this list, but maybe it's just this weird bracket that I picked. Thank you, Reflections. I appreciate that support on that. The College Dropout versus Straight Outta Compton. I mean, you gotta go Kanye here. Weird question, but if DVD disc 2 drops, will it be included with the OG with WoW rating or not? That's an interesting thought. I always kind of like I look at deluxe versions as like a separate thing. Like, but I don't include deluxe songs in like my album ratings because why didn't you just put those on the original album? You know what I mean? Like a good example of that recently was, I guess not recently, a couple years now, but when Denzel released King of the Mischievous South 2 as a mixtape, and then he repackaged it like 5 months later as an album, I think, without the 2, but added some songs in between. I prefer the original version for it, and yeah. TCD has some songs that I like, but NWA takes the cake for sure. But if you think about it, TCD is considered a classic in my opinion, so I don't know. Interesting. This website is called, here, I'll type it in chat, because I don't want to say these words or that in my life. College Dropout. Yeah, I'm going College Dropout here. I don't think College Dropout is Kanye's best. I don't even think it's better than Late Reg, honestly, but it's better than Straight Outta Compton in my opinion. Okay, match 12, round of 32. Marshall Mathers LP versus Life of Pablo. Again, I have a lot of sentimental feelings and memories connected to the Eminem album, but The Life of Pablo is one of my favorite albums. TCD wipes NWA? Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking T-Lop here, man. I still think that album is so entertaining, is so diverse. I love it. I love it. Sorry, Em. That's a tough one too. Oxymoron versus Without Warning. I mean, again, Without Warning's unironically one of the best trap projects ever, but I'm going with Oxymoron, bro. Graduation versus The Melodic Blue. I mean, again, Graduation is such an influence on Baby Keem, or Kanye specifically. And Graduation's a classic. I don't know why I was thinking so hard about that. I just really like Trademark USA and Family Ties. A lot of tracks on here, but Graduation's a classic. Oh, no, not 2 Freddie Gibbs albums. Well, one of them's got to die here. I think a lot of y'all might be going Alfredo here, if I'm not wrong. Am I wrong? Alfredo, yes. Okay. Yeah. I could see that, but I think I'm going with Soul separately. Hold on. Let me just compare the tracks again, the track lists. I need you, and I need... Where is Alfredo? What the hell is it? Okay, 1985, God is Perfect. Crazy start to an album. Scotty Beam. Something to rap about, man. Something to rap about is like a top something song, rap song of all time, right? Like something about that track is insane. Babies and Fools. And then you have Couldn't Be Done, great track. Blackest in the Room. Thank you, Theo, for the follow. Zipper Bags, Too Much. Okay, I see it. I think I prefer this album on like a casual listen, maybe, because there's more like there's like some trap beats on it too. It's like fun. But oh, Gold Rings though, guys. Gold Rings? Great song. Yeah, we're gonna go Alfredo here though. Yeah, you're right. There's almost no skips on Alfredo, basically. Yeah, Freddie has a lot of albums, man. Like, I actually haven't listened to. We're gonna do that right after this because I just wanna. He dropped an EP right of a couple tracks here. Um, he dropped 3 songs. Yeah, I want to listen to those. Dude's always on a different label for every release, bro. What the fuck is going on? All right, we got the Carter 3 versus Good Kid, Mad City. You think this is not a fair matchup? This is a fair matchup for sure. This is like 2 of these artists' best albums, but even saying that, it's crazy how much better Good Kid, Mad City is, man. It's a good matchup in terms of like overall quality, impact, and importance, but Good Kid, Mad City is just like insane, dude. I'm sorry, Wayne. Oh shit, round of 16. All right, we got our top 16 here. Good Kid, Mad City versus Alfredo. I'm sorry, Freddie, bro. This time I can't side with you. Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best albums ever, man. ATLiens versus Watch the Throne. ATLiens. I just realized this is the only Outkast album they gave me for this. No Aquemini. Aquemini is like, again, this is, I have to like find my account here somehow. Yeah. My top albums of all time. There's Life of Pablo. There's Aquemini. Good Kid, Mad City. I wish they put Aquemini on this list, man. Yeah, we'll go with ATLiens here. Oh, damn, bro. This one's tough, dude. I don't know, man. Hold on. Let me look at. Save the Children, Paper Trails, Peace of Mind, Big Dusty, My Jesus. Number 99, great song. On and On, bro. Oh my god, that song was everything, bro. Christ Conscious, banger. Run Upon Ya with Action, Curry Chicken. Can you teach me how to dance, bruh? Yeah, I don't know how this is like a 78. Like, what are we talking about? Who's hating on this shit? What did I give this song? Bro, I'm the top fucking review on this album. 86. And what did I give Swimming? I'm probably not at the top here. I actually have to look for myself. 89. Okay. I always loved how Mac barely touched up his singing voice, left it very bare and raw. The emotion just stands out so much more, whether it's happy or tragic. It tears me up that we never got to see his full potential because this album is fantastic. Okay. I mean, numbers wise, I'm siding with Mac Miller here. But what's my review here again? My favorite Joey project came out during a very nostalgic time for me. I remember spinning this in Lupe's Tetsuo in youth nonstop as it dropped the same day. True. Yeah, I might drop it on the second channel, Wicked, actually. To think this was 19-year-old Joey coming up with so many catchy hooks, great verses, incredible artists. On and On, Christ Conscious, Hazes View, incredible hip-hop. I wish we got more from him in this last decade. Seriously underrated project. I don't know. Hot take, Badass has some good songs, but if you want an album that can help you go through things, definitely Swimming. The fact that Lupe not on this best rap album battle, crazy. Yeah, I know this whole bracket is cooked. So it's disclaimer. This is just for what they have on here. Obviously, this is not accurate to the entirety of the hip hop, universe. Okay, we're going Mac Miller, just barely. College Dropout versus My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I mean, oh shit. My, what's it called? Not my heart, but like my dick or something wants to pick Culture here. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. But in terms of just like the energy, the fun, the like going crazy, bro. It's not Hydrogen Bomb versus Crying Baby. These are two hydrogen bombs. It's that one of them has like a different isotope. They just have different fucking explosive qualities to it. We know you want to pick culture, just do it. No, bro. Hell no. No, but I wish. I wish in terms of like a casual listen, obviously you go culture. But in terms of, again, the depth and the heaviness and the importance of this shit was life-changing. Listen to it. It made me want to start dissecting and listening to music more in depth. You go on TPAP. Huh. Late Reg versus Grad. That's one I haven't like thought about in a minute. Late registration? I don't know, man. Graduation is very nostalgic. I had graduation. There was a time where I used to work at a restaurant and I would drive my dad's car and I had the CD that's now, I believe, somewhere in the stratosphere. I had that CD and yeah, I listened to it a lot on the way back and forth from work, so I remember that a lot. Late registration has no skips and Grad has 1 or 2. I'm assuming you mean Drunken Hot Girls is a skip. Good Morning, Classic, Champion, Stronger, I Wonder, Good Life, Can't Tell Me Nothing. Barry Bonds is not 75, bro. Album of the year is so gross sometimes. Drunken Hot Girls, Flashing Lights, Everything I Am, The Glory, Homecoming, and Big Brother. Oh my god, bro. Big Brother and Everything I Am, this song specifically like changed a lot of shit for me, man. Flashing Lights, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Good Morning, all of that is on Graduation, bro. Yeah, come on, dude. Hold on, let me look at Wake Up Mr. West. Okay, a lot of skits in this one, yeah. Heard him say Touch the Sky, Gold Digger. Crazy first 3 tracks, by the way. Drive Slow, okay. Okay, same shit. Same shit. When I went to that job, I was listening to Drive Slow a lot. My Way Home, good track. Crack Music's good track. Roses, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going Graduation. Personally, they're close. Pablo versus a Carter 4. I mean, Wayne, I'm sorry, bro. I brought you this far. You had to lose at some point. Pablo is my pick. Bro, it's like only Kanye albums left here and Kendrick ones. Oxymoron over Don't Be Dumb. Lev 201, thank you for the follow. What's the buzz? Was Carter 2 on this list? No, bro. They missed so many great albums. It's stupid. Good Kid, Mad City versus Oxymoron. Q, I'm fucking sorry, bro. I didn't have to end like this, man. It didn't have to end like this. Obviously, Good Kid, Mad City wins. Oh, shit. I need a moment. I need a moment, man. Bruh. 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 These are 2 of my favorite albums ever for different reasons, obviously. I like how I'm surprised as if I didn't know this was going to end up like this. On Album of the Year, I gave TPAP a 95. I gave Graduation a 93. I don't think I can answer this. Wouldn't be mad if you picked any. You know what? Yo. What are we doing here, man? What did I just do, man? What did I just do? I don't agree with it. Go back. Go back. Redo it. End the fucking thing. End the thing. My only thought process was the album that's gonna end up on the tippity top of this fucking list is probably gonna be Good Kid, Mad City. Saying that, I just gave Graduation a slide, bro. Personal impact, man. This one, Mac, again, you made it farther than I expected with swimming, but T-Lop is the pick here. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy wins on this one. Wait, is it all just Kanye albums now? It is the top 4 all Ye albums, bro. Oh, God, dude. And when also Good Kid, Mad City, yeah. We're going My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yo, what the fuck, bro? Look at this shit. 94, 95, 1 point difference. Yeah, we're going Good Kid, Mad City. GG's, guys. GG's. These are the top 2. To almost no one's surprise. Yeah, I'm gonna go Good Kid, Mad City, man. GG's, man. GG's. This was difficult, man. Oh wow, these are people's choices, I guess. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was most people's choice, okay. And then T-Pab, Good Kid, Mad City. Not surprising. Yeah, like maybe... Yeah, like Rodeo. I didn't see Rodeo. Rodeo would have shaken things up. I guess for my thing, because I picked... Oh, he put 512 albums on here? Yeah, no shit I didn't get to mine. Yeah, I only did 128, so I didn't pick fucking 3/4 of the potential options. Yeah, Rodeo would have shaken things up for sure. Yeezus, yep.